Hello everybody and welcome back. More Dota 2 action continuing now for the inaugural. It's game 2 between Scythe and Orange Esports Dota. Scythe taking game 1 so far in Group B. They're looking pretty unstoppable. These guys sitting on top of the charts right now and guaranteed to advance to the playoffs. One more win here against Orange will give them an undefeated record and will put them first to Group B next to Titan, who are first in Group A. Both those two teams probably the top favorites coming in the tournament, but we're going to see if Scythe can do it, if they'll take that 2-0 victory, or if Orange Esports will be able to save their playoffs hopes, take Game 2 and force a Game 3. And to find out if Orange can do that, we will be joined by Pimp McCall, my co-caster for today's Dota 2 action. Pimp, are you still with me?
Yes, I am.
Cool. What's the good word for this game?
Well, first of all, there's going to be a big play Invoker coming up, because Polson's Invoker is pretty good. It's not quite like I want to say HY. Obviously, KYXY. But yeah. Still, it's pretty damn good. And look at Orange once again. So Winter is gonna rat it up. He didn't have too much success in the last game with the ratting, because his whole team got crushed so badly that it just didn't matter. But still, he got 2 towers. That was nice-ish. Maybe he can just do some big plays this time around. And with an AA, you've got like so much global combination already.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is something which Orange Esports will look to sort of continue on as well with these next few picks. Pick some other good long-range gap closers, some good initiators. It doesn't have to be full global like Spectre type heroes, but even just getting a Storm Spirit, Clockwork. Well, I guess you've already got the Prophet for the offlane, but these kind of good Blink initiators, combine that with a Nature's Prophet, TP, and Wrath of Nature, the AA Ultimate, is kind of the way I think Orange Esports want to round their draft off. The Ember Spirit's still there as well, and I think Ember Spirit's another good hero who does synergize with the Prophet and the AA Ultimate.
Yeah, I actually agree. He's just way too like global oriented. He can just zip around, pew pew pew. Like those spirits are pretty good. Can't wait until Earth Spirit actually gets an overhaul once again, because I feel like the hero is ridiculously trashed right now. And then just add him to the captain's mode, and maybe we can see some triple spirit strats. This would be cool.
So I'm going to go for a second pick, Nyx Assassin. I like this hero. Good against these kind of intel, well, great against intel heroes because of the mana burn. So Prophet AA will be taking a lot of damage from mana burn. And just in general, it feels like a good hero to be sniping off the Rat Dota Nature's Prophet, and both the two picks so far from Orange fairly squishy. You don't know what else they're going to pick, but Nyx is just a great all-around hero in almost all scenarios.
Yeah, it actually is very good against the Nature's Prophet, just like you mentioned. Nature's Prophet, he wants to get up something like an Orchid, maybe even a Scythe. So these are all like high intelligence items, even if you go Force or Necrobob. So this mana burn in the later stage of the game is going to be like 800 damage. It's ridiculously good. And even though this is most likely going to be a support, although actually Hana plays a very mean off-lane Nyx as well. Chibi was known for his mid-Nyx back in the day, but yeah, he's obviously 4 now. So maybe this is just going to be like a fast level 6 or 11, and then the Nyx is just going to hunt the Nature's Prophet. And if you can't just be there in person, pushing the waste, it gets a bit less effective. Like you can summon your Treants, A-click, but nothing more. And that's a big deal.
Alrighty, well, we'll see what the plan's going to be with these next couple picks from Orange Esports. They have got fairly squishy heroes so far, and against Invoker Nyx, I think that's a definite slight concern, which is where I'm sure you want to go for this kind of more global lineup, but you also need some heroes that can actually sustain your team and keep them alive. Maybe want a mech buyer in there as well. So I'm not sure what you're kind of what you think Orange might be picking up, but I think they definitely need some actual more team fight presence to go with the AA and just general sustainability. Probably a mech buyer in there.
Yeah, that's obviously the problem with the Nature's Prophet. Usually, the Prophet is just going to go and split push his way out there. So sometimes you fight 4 versus 5. Sometimes you need to like sustain yourself in the fights. Maybe lose a few less heroes than you usually would do. Maybe not get like most of the pickoffs. Just buy space, buy time, all that, and the Nature's Prophet eventually is going to like pay you back with a tower. So maybe there's something they got in mind there. And I actually wouldn't mind seeing a Sand King, and he's not banned out yet. So maybe in CDC Sand King.
And right now, Orange, they ban, and then they get the first pick out in this next stage. So we're going to ban out the Doom for now.
Oh, Ember Spirit?
Sanking? And yeah, let's say Ember Spirit's still there as well. It seems Scythe are just happy to verse it. You know, the more I see Ember Spirit, like, I know everyone complains about this is one of the big heroes needing a nerf, but I'll say it. I don't actually think the hero's OP. I don't think he reminds me of the old Phantom Lancer in that he's just a hero everyone hates. PL got nerfed when I don't think he needed a nerf before, when everyone was playing PL Coddle. Like, the PL wasn't actually that OP, I don't think. Like, he hardly even got nerfed that hard, and now he's completely irrelevant of a hero. So, to me, Ember Spirit's a similar boat. Everyone just hates him, and the way he plays is just a very anti-fun, or just not a very friendly playstyle. But I actually don't think the hero's... I think he's actually a pretty well-balanced hero.
There you go. Well, we're gonna find out. I mean, the win rates obviously are okay-ish, considering he's, like, nowadays he's not even first pick anymore. Sometimes we see him still being first pick. But
Yeah.
it's more like the Invoker. It's still the Lycan. Lycan is still ridiculously good. If you're not some pretty damn good team which just gives you the Lycan, counters it anyways, kills you, and you're named DK. But I mean, this is Team DK, so who can really make an argument for this one? So, Ember Spirit. Is this gonna be mid-Ember?
Yes. It's almost always mid-ember from RNG Sports, I'd say. Not
Yeah.
the. I mean, Emissary has a lot of matchups which aren't the best matchup when he's versing a ranged hero like an Invoker or something, but you can make up for it with a dual lane mid. You can and I think just make up for it with a gank or two here and there. So I think you're okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like Invoker if he finds an opening. Like you can't solo kill him, but there is going to be obviously an Nexus Assassin Vendetta coming up sometime in the future. And if you just have a nice cold snap, I feel like it's all you kind of need to keep him down early on. But yeah, maybe Ember Spirit just goes for the Flame Guard build, and it's just good against every sort of harassment.
Yeah. Well, Scythe, as for them, we'll see what's going to be their game plan with these next couple of picks. Such a versatile team. I mean, Miracle known for his split push style of play, but he'll do that. I mean, he can do that with any other hero. Like I've seen him go like Blink Dagger Slark, just split pushing bases and building. So this guy's a complete menace. For now, they're just going to go with a safe and standard Shadow Demon pick, which is a nice kind of good setup for another support if they want to run the Nyx as an offlane here. A good setup for a Sunstrike from the Invoker. So there's a lot of potential early game killing power from the Scythe lineup with the Shadow Demon pick.
I actually don't know about the Shadow Demon personally. I mean, he's great to counter initiate. I get that, and the Soul Catcher is ridiculously strong, and especially against like an Ember Spirit low armor target, that's really freaking big.
Yep.
But against an Ember Spirit himself, I mean, if you disrupt the Ember Spirit, that's nice, but those illusions don't do too much. I feel like oh, I guess it's a solid pick anyways. You don't need it against the Ember Spirit, I feel like.
I feel,
Okay.
yeah, it's not so much like for against the emissary. I think it's in the team fights you can use it defensively to save someone who maybe gets searing chains or maybe gets arrowed, and in the early game you use it to roam around the map and kills. And
Sweet.
you're excited, Enigma. So is this Freedom's hero for the
No.
jungle or offlane?
That's
or?
Chibi. That's Chibi. Just
Okay.
all the way. 4-position Chibi.
Gotcha.
Biggest play Enigma ever, I gotta tell you.
All right, I'm excited. I
Dude,
didn't
he's
sound very
getting like
excited
4
then,
black
but-
holes without Blink Dagger. When- I don't even know how he's doing it. Like, this is ridiculously good. This guy has got a legit Enigma.
Okay. Well, we'll see what comes out from this guy. I'm actually a big pusher as well. You don't actually need the Blink Dagger on Enigma that much in a lot of games. If you've got other initiators, it's more the fear of a black hole that wins you the games. I don't think you need to be hitting 5-man black holes necessarily to win games. So you're better off getting like just a BKB straight up or a mech for your team. Even going for like another Necro book, whatever it may be. There's plenty of other items you can go apart from a blink. Unless you know you're going to be getting like 5-man grouped up black holes, but most teams just don't group up for that.
Yeah, especially not Orange. I mean, they're not like a team which is usually clumped. Mirana's super mobile. Ancient Apparition is
Yeah.
going to be staying far back, maybe even in the well. Nature's Prophet, he's most likely going to be split pushing somewhere. And Ember Spirit is just way too fast. If he sees a blink from Enigma, if he's really freaking fast, he can just slip away. So it's very hard, but the fear of the black hole is just like you mentioned, it's a big deal. And actually in the last weekend on Sunday, there was like the Mineski Pro Gaming League. So they had Scythe playing, and I think it was first departure. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
they
old
banned
Singapore
out
one.
the Enigma at the first freaking ban.
Oh, wow, damn.
They just know how
That's
hard
some
this
respect,
this
man.
guy is. Yeah. But I mean, it's obviously Chibi. Chibi is coming from first departure for the people not knowing. So Scythe is pretty much first departure.
Kind
without
of, yeah,
Lobby.
that's true.
And yeah. So
And well,
Lobby knows for sure.
Freedom's the big. Well, Freedom was never in first departure, was he?
Just I think just standing in from time
Yeah.
to time. So not really.
He was never like properly in first departure at least. But yeah, so we'll see a Brewmaster last pick by Orange. I like this hero. I think this hero needs to get picked up a bit more often. And this may be a mid Brewmaster with safe lane Ember Spirit, or we could even see Brewmaster just as a lane farmer to try and get up like a fast Blink Dagger for the team, because Ember Spirit does do pretty well mid. And last pick's going to be a Weaver, so that I imagine will be Miracle's hero.
Yeah, most likely. I don't see him any other hero. Yeah, there you go. Picks it up. Although I'm not too sure about the Brewmaster. How this is super greedy. I feel like because in CTC. Oh wow, it's a 4-position brew.
Oh, I've seen this done by teams before. Godot, who used to play for the Australian team Natural 9, used to run a lot of 4-position support Brewmaster. It was kind of it was a bit hit or miss. Like it had something. I'd say it was like one of those 50% win rate kind of things. Like it didn't fail miserably, but sometimes they'd lose and it just didn't do all that much. So we'll have to see if it's actually truly going to be that 4-position Brewmaster, if there's any swaps or anything along those lines. But yeah, I'm interested to see how the Brewmaster comes into play here. It's especially considering your opponents have a jungle Enigma who may just not get punished. Like Orange Esports could just picked up a jungler of their own and gotten greedy if they wanted to.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this is gonna be big, and I feel like Orange are just these masters of a quad core lineup. 4-position Doom is something they pretty much so they didn't invent it, but they ran it so much people started banning out the Doom, and then everyone else picking up the Doom in the jungle anyway. So yeah, they know what's up. And look at Winter, man, he's a cheeky guy.
Yeah, does the boots first, TP the enemy jungle, block off a lot of these camps. Against Enigma, you really got to do this, and that's where Enigma's... well, we'll have to see. It looks like he's going for a straight-up jungle build. Full clarities, he's not going to go to the lane at all, and this is going to give him all sorts of problems with Winter blocking most of his jungle, so... well, fun times.
If he's unlucky with this camp, this is... I don't know. It's going to be very mad.
Oh, if he gets mud golems?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can stack it, but if you're very unlucky, then you're just like... You know, guys, I'm just going to go AFK.
Yeah. You can't get double mud golems anymore, at least.
You can't?
No.
Damn,
you never get the same... It was one of the... I think it was the most recent patch change where you never get the same spawn twice in a row.
Oh, yeah, actually, that's a big deal.
It was one of those changes that's happened and like kind of just went a bit unnoticed, but it helps... It just made some of the stacking, and I think it was just more like let's try and make the jungle less RNG-based in some ways. Because obviously there's some camps you prefer to get more than others, and you could have a really bad run or a really good run, so it just makes it a slightly less... I don't know if it's less random. In some ways it's more random because you have more variation, but we'll see what he's going to get here. We need Dota 2 Suns. There we go. Dota 2 Suns are back online. So we'll introduce our two teams. On the Radiant side, it is the Malaysian squad. Orange Esports, we've got Winter on the offlane Nature's Prophet. Solo mid will be Ysera on the Ember Spirit. We've got Shocks playing the farming Mirana. Support Brewmaster for Insidious. He's picked up an early Quelling Blade, so he's going to be kind of like a semi-jungler, it seems. Maybe he's even going to be farming here with the Mirana support. We'll have to wait and see. But Mirana with the DD, with the Bassering build. And finally, Sharky going to be playing a support Ancient Apparition for Orange Esports.
And also on the bottom lane, it's going to be the Nyx Assassin, Nyx in himself, his way to victory most likely. It's going to be Hana from the side of Scythe on the Nyx. Mid lane, it's going to be Pulson on the Signature Invoker. It's going to be having a great time against Ysera most likely. Well, actually, we're going to see. We're going to find out. In the jungle, it's going to be Chibi on his Signature Enigma, trying to D-ward his heart out. Not going to be finding this one. Oh, so freaking close. Also in the jungle currently, it's going to be Extreme, just pulling a bit here and there, stacking his way there. And of course, Miracle, the superstar from the CA region. He's on the Weaver.
Yep. Well, Chivix is going to find another camp. Oh, blocked off. No fun for you. He can kill these Alpha Wolves. Unfortunately, he missed the stack, so he's going to be able to kill it once and then... it looks like he's just going to pull it back, probably convert it and kill this, but this is not going to be a fun time for him. And what's this? Okay, so Brewmaster's going for like a straight up semi-jungle, it seems. Not even pulling, he's just straight up jungling.
Yeah, also Pulson dropping super low.
Okay.
Like he was on like 1 HP. So
oh, the Invoker?
First blood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ysera getting... Ysera started off with a Poor Man's Shield to just deal with a lot of this harass, and it's a Quaswex Invoker, so his actual right-click damage is not the biggest. Oh, he's going for a kill here. Tornado to start things off with a Cold Snap. Ysera gets off the Searing Chains. TP coming in from Winter. Pelosi should get the first blood. The Sleight of Fist is there. He gets the kill. Oh! I thought that was that looked like a really smart decision from Pelosi. He really thought he had that kill, and I thought Ysera was screwed there. Winter's TP and saves him. And I think did he even cancel an attack or something? I'm not entirely sure, but either way, just barely Orange Esports get first blood on their side. Enigma's got a haste ring. He's coming in for the snipe.
Radiant's top tower is
find
under
him?
attack.
He wants the Korea. No, he's not going. Oh, he's not going to get the Korea. He's not going to get the hero kill either. Nothing picked up for Chivix. What a bad start for Scythe.
Jesus. That's so ridiculous. I wouldn't call it lucky because Winter just with the perfect rotation.
It was instant.
It was just team communication through the roof. 10 out of 10, 3 to 2 from 10. Yep. And well, in the end,
they were also expecting it because like for Winter to TP that instantly, Ysera's probably telling Winter like be ready for a TP because this guy's likely to go on me.
Yeah, this is
so that was one of those things. Like not only was it great communication, but there was also great preparation because you can't just make that call all of a sudden when you get caught out. You have to actually somewhat prepare for that one and have Winter knowing that he's going to be needed to TP in for that. So really nice play there from Orange Esports.
Yep, looking at the other lanes, actually Shock's finding a crap ton of CS bottom lane. He's 18 for 6. It's obviously some sort of refarm lane. Hana can't really contest anything, so... Oh, mid lane, once again, they go into Pulse on. That's a big TP in from Winter, but do they have what it takes here? It doesn't look like it. They don't have the Searing Chains up, so it looks like it was...
They maybe started with the Searing Chains. They came close, because Ysira was holding onto his Sleight of Fist. He was going to use the Sleight of Fist for the last hit if it was needed. Now they're just going to go back in. The Searing Chains... That one missed, I believe.
It's on the creeps, yeah.
Yeah, so... not going to get that Searing Chains here. Ysira now going to bottle himself back up, so... Thought about... Almost gets another kill there. But Peloton for now staying safe. Is going for that Quas Wex. Only the 1 point in Quas, so his actual HP regen is... a bit limited here in this mid lane. He's going to be quite low for quite some time. 4-minute rune coming up, and that's something they do not want Ember Spirit to get his hands on. We've already got Nyx Assassin camping out the bottom rune. We've got Shadow Demon near the top rune if he needs to. Actually, he's not there right now, and if Ember Spirit starts heading top... Okay, it's bottom.
He's also blocked. Oh, Winter?
Ember Spirit could have rotated and killed Freedom if he wanted to. I'm surprised the Ember Ysira didn't go for that kill.
Top tower is under attack.
Winter doesn't have his mana for a teleport though, so that's maybe the issue. Like, Winter just called it out, like, I just don't go for it. I can't really support you there. So yeah, it's a nice and quick and early tower push, and this is the power of the Enigma still. Chibi, like, he got like not ganked or anything, but still so many wards just for his own sake there. So that's a big deal. He still can find a bit of stuff, you know, a bit of experience, a bit of farm. And
nice last hit from Miracle on the tower, so that gets him a big boost in gold, and looks like it will be a Midas rush from him.
Yeah, I actually like it. Like, this forces the Mirana to do something. So Shox actually didn't go for any sort of Midas, so he went for the face boots, which is great early on, but still, like, you won't do anything against the Weaver. Now mid lane Pulson once again. And they actually, they actually find the Searing Chain this time around. Pulson's gonna get dropped here.
Ysira gonna come close, but should be okay. Yeah, has the magic stick charges as well if he needed it, so he's gonna be fine. He can send this bottle back home. It's actually Insidious's bottle on there. So Insidious, what's he been up to? This Brewmaster just straight jungle with some bottle crow. He's stacking neutral camps. He's obviously getting some farming levels. Like, he's just gonna be looking to rush a blink. Like, Brewmaster's obviously a decent teamfight hero, so in theory it's like kind of... I just don't get why you'd pick this over like a Sand King to do this exact same thing. Like, Sand King would be jungling, stacking, and probably doing this a bit faster to get his Blink Dagger up. Like, it just feels like an inferior version of a Sand King.
Yeah, maybe they just want to have the present from the Primal Split and like not rely on the ultimate, because Sand King so much really just falls off with his ultimate if he can't get it up in the fights. I mean, he's got a great... Burst Strike is great, right? But still, if you can't find like these insane epicenters from time to time, I feel like the hero is just not going to be too good. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know. I think the Sand King is still way better.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Miracle gets his first Midas usage about 5.5 minutes in the game, so he's good to go with his Midas. Peloton still doing okay at this mid lane. 2 deaths to his name, so he's still he's still got the decent enough farm. Like, you look at this Ember Spirit, only 15 CS for Ysira. We saw it last game where he prioritizes roaming around the map, getting those kills. In this game, he's not going for Flame Guard. Going for a full Sleight of Fist plus Searing Chains build. So he mixes up his build from game to game, deciding this is a better game to get that strong initiation that the Searing Chains gives him.
Yeah, not finding the Searing Chains now this time around onto Pulsar, not even going for it, obviously. Like, he didn't get the Stab Fist up. And now he has to be super careful. Remnant away, he's gonna be super fine, yeah.
It should be, yeah, there's no way they can. He's got a Haste Stream for one thing. Shadow Demon's nearby, but like, what's this Shadow Demon going to do? He has more than enough mana to escape. Not in the Haste. Well, the Haste Ring can be dispelled, but... Oh, Chibix. This could be a kill. Chibix has no mana. He can pop the Soul Ring, but if he pops the Soul Ring, he gets so low in HP. He will do so. The Searing Chains will not land on Chibix, but one Sleight of Fist should finish him off. Gets it. Dodges the Tornado as well. Fire Remnant's out of there. Really nice play from Ysira. Gets the kill perfectly, dodges the Tornado, and then dodges the EMP as well. Just great overall play from Ember Spirit.
Yeah, that was ridiculously good. Even though he kind of whiffs the Searing Chains, I mean, it's very hard to pull off there if there's like 15 freaking Eidolons. So.
It was like, if he hits it, it just makes his time getting the kill a lot easier, so it's worth using it, but he had the kill regardless. And he also had more than enough mana to just throw it out, so it doesn't hurt him too much for the mana pool.
Yeah, exactly. And in the end, you forced the Tornado. So that was actually a win.
No, some more RNG not going his way. Searing Chains to some creeps in mid lane. He's just looking to harass here, though. And try to get probably his phase boots up quite early, because with the max Sleight of Fist, when this starts getting spammed, the bonus damage that phase boots give him will give him a lot of potential damage output. Here we go for Scythe. They're on the move here, smoked up. I don't know if they can kill Ember Spirit. Maybe if he's low on mana and can't farm it out. It looks like they are making their way towards bottom lane, looking for Insidious, who is just level 4.
Them.
Oh, man. A bit of RNG.
Oh, man.
Oh, did they spot him through this tree gap? Oh, he reveals the smoke. Chibix actually, his smoke gets broken. I don't know if they actually saw him just yet. Sox needs to, like, leap into some trees and just TP the hell out of here. Tornado, EMP, Impale to follow. Gets a leap forward, though, but the cold snap will mean the death of Shox. No way out of this. As Nyx gets the last hit with the mana burn. So Hannah gets himself on the board. He hasn't died this game. He's now getting close to level 6. Has Arcane Boots after that kill as well.
Yeah, and that's actually a really big deal. If he can just find his level 6 like right now, and he's gonna have it at very reasonable time. So yeah, you're gonna have a bug hunting you from time to time, and especially the jungler doesn't like it. Like if you jungle against the Nyx, who's a quick and early level 6, this just means business. Because like right now in CDC is on like 400 HP. This is not enough.
They saw Ysira with an invis rune. He made his way through the mid lane past the sentries. So Scythe spot him out. They know he could either be bottom lane or mid lane. They have a, I mean, they don't know exactly where he is, but they have a decent idea of what he's kind of up to now, just trying to move around the map, set up some kills. As it looks like his phase boot's still on base, so he really wants to pick these up, because this is the time where he starts to peak. He's level 8, max sleight of fist, the 3 points in the Searing Chains. His damage output is scary. He's going to go on Hannah here, and Hannah's just level 5, doesn't have Vendetta, but there's a turnaround, there's an EMP Tornado. Ysira will get burned, he's got no Fire Remnant, he's a bit short of money, he has it now. He gets Tornadoed up, he's going to go down without getting the Fire Remnant off. 1-for-1 trade in the end, but that's well worth it for Scythe to get that kill on the Ember Spirit. He was starting to get a bit out of control, so gets a nice little kill there.
Yeah, Chibi has to run. Well, they even get the kill. It's a double kill for Shox.
The phase boot's chilling touch damage. Painful stuff.
Yeah, he's got 100 damage already. And these are Eidolons being farmed now.
Yeah. Dude, Eidolons give way too much money. I'm not a fan of how much
money.
money. They are really good. Like, their damage output's pretty ridiculous here.
Oh, he can't? Oh, what a play from the Nyx!
EMP Invoker, man. Good stuff. The arrow will land on Nyx. And Hannah, once again, makes a big play, but unfortunately has to pay for it with his life.
Become peace.
That actually wasn't worth it. And I mean, okay, you could make an argument it's a level 6 for level 6, like, but still, it's a Nyx assassin, it's an offlaner. He has farm priority, so you don't want to lose him right now, especially not because his Vendetta's now ready to go. So you want to make the big plays with him.
Oh, Ember Spirit's now poised to defend this mid lane. He has got the phase boots up, which he didn't have earlier at that bottom lane when he previously died. So this will help him out a lot more in these fights. They're going to go for a Moonlight Shadow. There's a Sensual waiting for him though. Yashir will get scouted and more freedom. They've got Black Hole. Oh, Tornado. EMP should follow. The Black Hole catches too. The EMP will catch him as well. Yashira's got no way out of this one. He should be brought down, but the Magic Wand as well as a Fire Remnant will save his life. One Poison Stick is on himself. Won't do enough damage. And they get the kill just on the Brewmaster. Luckily for him, he had a full 15 wand charges, I can only imagine, because he was completely out of mana from the EMP. So the only way he got that Fire Remnant off was 15 wand charges into a Fire Remnant.
Yeah, but I would say still space created, because if you lose your 4-position Brewmaster, who's, I don't know, like he's level 6, that's alright. Just lose him, fine. But you're gonna see bottom lane now being pushed in, and even though they're gonna lose their mid-tier 1, maybe not even gonna be losing it. Look at Ysera, he's right back in the face of everyone there, so they're gonna take a tier 1 with it, and I feel like this is a good trade.
Cancels a TP from Pelosin. Pelosin was trying to go bottom to defend, and the Searing Chains is there with the Sleight of Fist, which means now he's got to walk his way bottom. And this tower's going to go down. In goes
and the Nyx.
Hannah. That's his team Sensual, so they haven't scouted out this rotation just yet. He may catch out Sharky. Tornado, not going to land on anyone. There's your Impale. After a Vendetta, a lot of damage being output onto Sharky. He has got a TP scroll,
nice.
but I think the Sprout wasn't needed, but it was just that nice little extra touch.
Yeah, it's alright. It's like, no, you shall not. And that's all it takes. And on mid lane, look at this.
Gosh. That's a solo kill on an Invoker of all heroes.
Oh.
Ooh, that's trouble. He's got no mana.
Win, though.
Enigma's coming in. If Enigma, there's a Purge as well as a Malefice. This will be enough damage.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gets some
actually evade damage.
Dies out.
He'll go down not without a fight.
Yeah. And this is something we don't see too much from the Ember Spirits. Like, this hero is still very new, and I mean, we know like Bulldog is playing hundreds of games on his offlaner, so you still don't have this sort of, I would say, high-end, ultra high-end play from the Ember Spirit players yet. So if you perfect the Slayer Fist abuse on some, I don't know, DOTs, anything else, especially like the Purge, I think this is gonna be, it's just gonna like be so good that people are gonna be picking this hero up just because of it. So yeah, maybe he's gonna be some sort of niche counter pick soon.
Arrow does cop Roshan, scouting out what Scythe are up to. Unfortunately, it hits Roshan, not any of these heroes. Tornado, EMP, going to catch an Ancient Apparition, which means Sharky. He's got no mana for this fight. Insidious is on the front lines. He's the one they wanted to EMP because he's got the primal split. Couple bottle charges still ready. Big problem for Orange is here. AA still's not level 6. I think he just needs to go bottom, hit his level 6, and throw the Ice Blast from far away. Even just TP home and throw an Ice Blast, because he's out of mana right now. We'll hit level 6 at bottom. TP home, Sharky, man. You got to get that long-range Ice Blast going. But as it stands, Scythe have left the Roshan pit for now.
Dire's top tower
And he does
is
it.
under attack.
That's really smart. Okay. So they've got the... And they didn't reveal it yet. So maybe Scythe is going to be overextending a bit in the next fight, and then they can just get punished.
By the AI Ice Blast?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Well,
if
you can
don't
check
know-
this. You can check the scoreboard to see what level heroes are.
Okay.
I think it's something they probably expect to be up very soon. Like they saw AA
Yeah, I
bottom
mean,
lane.
you're right. 14 minutes in.
You're more likely to get caught
Radiant's
up by something like a
bottom
Blink
tower
Dagger or
is under
whatever, like
attack.
from the Brewmaster, which is still got a good 900 gold away from. So it's not coming that fast.
And also, it's a rather solid skill build, I feel like. Get 1 value point in Drunken Brawler just for this added dodge and the crit chance. I mean, it's 10%, but it's just nice if it procs. So you might as well pick 1 level up and then just full stats. He wants to be as tanky as he gets.
Yeah. Another arrow going to go in this time. Again, it hits Roshan. This is just helping Scythe out. Ice Blast will go through, but catches up Mikasa. He time-lapses out. Still has the Shatter effect on himself, and he can't really fight with this on. He's also fairly low on HP. He really wants this agent. Looks like he will be able to get it. Now the EMP, Insidious. He can't ulti. Searing Chains goes through, but it's ages for Weaver. I think Scythe's just disengaged. I don't think they want to fight. They're all low. They've used most of their spells. They have no real need to fight this. They just want to heal up, get these next bit of farm up, get these couple of items, because no drums... Okay, drums coming out for Pelosin. Weaver still has no items yet. He's got for the Mithril Hammer. I'll have to see if this is a straight Deso or just a straight BKB from him. I don't think he... I don't know if you
Dire's
really
top
need a
tower is
BKB
under
right off the
attack.
bat against this lineup. What do you think this is going to be with the Mithril?
Don't think so. Yeah, there you go. It's gonna be Desolator. That's... I mean...
It's a bit not greedy, but it's very glass cannon. Like he's going
Yeah.
very squishy build here.
So especially with a Lincoln Sphere, I mean, it's nice if you pick up a Lincoln's and have like the active, like stopping one spell. But the big thing is also the mana, because you can just farm wherever you want all the freaking time because you've got so much mana regeneration. And this is something he's going to be lacking. A Ring of Aquila is nice and all, but it's like not that much. So I feel like it's you need to find the kills with the Mithril Hammers, and especially with the Desolator, because yeah. Still though, I mean, it's 7 for 6. We have 50 minutes and not too much killing happening. But with a Weaver who's got a
Dire's
freaking
middle
Aegis,
tower
and speaking
is
of the
under
Aegis,
attack.
maybe this is it. Yeah, he's gonna shatter. Scratch it.
Nope, time lapse out. No, just missed the start of that one, but he got fairly low. They couldn't quite kill him off there. Shox has picked up a Yasha for his Mirana, but Mirana's just not going to really match up that well as far as damage output compared to a Weaver. Like, you look at Weaver with Gemini Attack and Desolator, he's going to be crushing heroes like the AA, the Nature's Prophet, even head-on with the Mirana. Like, Weaver's main weakness is going to be the fact that he's this squishy. He's sub 800 HP. If he gets hit by an Arrow Starstorm, he will die, but with an Aegis on his side, it means you're using these spells just to deal with an Aegis right now.
Oh, smoking.
Radiant's middle
Doesn't-
tower
This means
is under
business.
attack.
No vision of the other side of the river to actually scout that one out either. So down bottom they go. Even if they don't find a kill, they may just go for a tier 1 tower, but yeah, it looks like they're heading down bottom. They're pinging the tier 1. May plop a ward behind if they've got one, which they don't. They're trying to just scout things out here for the most part, but not finding anyone just yet.
So everyone except the Brewmaster, they do have some TP scrolls though, so they can master TP if they want to. I'm not sure if you want to TP into a black hole though, because this is up once again, and this... I mean, we only saw one black hole in the
Radiant's
mid lane, but this is
bottom
just,
tower is under
as you
attack.
mentioned in the draft, it's the fear of the black hole, and
Dire's
that's a big
middle
deal.
tower is
Scythe
under
want a team
Orange wanna
fight. They don't. Scythe don't care about taking towers. They just want to fight
They've
Orange
got a
now
mech.
they've got the Aegis. Yeah, mech and Aegis on their side. Weaver going to go in, going to find Shoxy. This is a ton of damage up, but he can just chase down this Mirana. Unfortunately, I don't think they've got detection for it. Is there any dust or sentries? No. If Mikasa has any detection there, he probably just solo kills the Mirana with the Desolator. But they leave Chibik's bottom. I like that they left the Enigma bottom to push down this tier 1 tower, because it becomes a tier 1 for nothing.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Also, Winter can't find him. That was pretty smart play here by Chibi. Once again, like, just immediate TP out. He got the tower last hit, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
No, damn. Anyways,
Dire did, but
still
it goes to
very
the die.
good.
It doesn't get denied is the main thing. Winter's gonna be a bit careful. As Miracle's like, look, I'll chase you down. You watch out.
Yeah, because just one Gemini attack is going to bring him to like half HP.
Now sentries and dust all being brought out. So Freedom getting all the support items. There is gonna be a tornado EMP. Brewmaster getting caught out. The cold snap there as well. I think it was like
Radiant's middle tower.
he's gonna have a blink dagger, but
twice.
I don't know about this. This support Brewmaster is just like lacking. Like this, it really should have just been. I don't know if Sanking was banned out towards the end of the draft, but I remember at least in the second stage it wasn't banned. Maybe it was banned in that last ban spot.
But if he, like, I'm not even questioning the draft. The thing is, if he picks up a magic wand, he actually gets his primal split off. And he didn't, like, twice in a row now. So that's a big issue.
That's what we saw in mid lane with the Ember Spirit. He got caught out, had 0 mana, pops a magic wand, then he fire remnants out. It saves his life. And for Insidious, same story. He needs not just a magic stick, he needs the upgraded wand for the full 15 charges, and he's fine. But he's stubborn. He wants that Blink Dagger. He wants that Blink Dagger so badly. It's going to come. It just feels like it's going to be a 19-20 minute Blink Dagger. It just feels like it's not going to be that impressive. Or I mean, it's not that impressive, but it just doesn't feel like it's going to be that impactful in this game.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the game plan here from Insidious was like, go in the jungle, get a Blink Dagger regardless of any fights going on, and then just go and kills people. And also Winter. Oh wow, what a nice dust here. Oh, he's got a Blink Dagger though, he can just...
His TP's on cooldown.
Winter, no.
Oh, he tried to carapace. Another Impale, going to be off the mark though. Oh, now Arrow finds Quep as well. Pelosin goes in with a Cold Snap. The EMP's there. The Tornado not going to land. Winter's still got... Well, the EMP not going to land anyways. Even if it did, it wouldn't have done any damage with him on 0 mana.
What a save from Shox. He popped a drum charge.
Ooh. Weird gank here. Mid lane is tier 2 tower. Miracle just solo pushing a tier 2 with this Desolator pickup. And now Shox has used Arrow, so he's going to take a lot of damage from the Gemini. Everyone being just forced back. Here, look at the damage output. Mikasa just tearing apart your Ember Spirit. He time-lapsed back just to be a bit cautious. Now forces a Fire Remnant to the low ground. Scythe are going to get a tier 2 tower top. They're just toying with Orange, it feels like. Orange may be up a kill, but they're pretty far behind right now.
Tower has fallen.
Yeah, also Chibi's gonna have a Blink Dagger with the next fight, and then we're gonna see like this big black hole.
Yeah. What is there actually to cancel it? Like, Arrow, hard to rely on. Ember Spirit Searing Chain's also kind of hard to rely on. Like, there's really not that much good lockdown to just insta-cancel Black Hole. There's your Blink from the Panda. Does get the Primal Split up before the Tornado MP comes out. A bit of lag on these SEH servers. Chasing down Pelosin. Chivic's on the back foot. He can mech his team. Does do so. There's no AI Blast.
Jesus Christ. That was really unfortunate. That was ridiculously unfortunate.
Yeah. You know...
Look at Chibi. Play, dude.
It was unfortunate, but I don't think there was any backup anyways. Like, maybe Mirana hits... Oh, Mirana threw an arrow anyways. Like, I just don't know what more Orange do, even without the lag.
Like, the arrow was in the air right after the Primal Split was already done here in the... where the Orange logo is. So, if he would have gotten the stone up, that would have been an arrow for sure. And someone would have died. And I'm reasonably sure... Like, I'm gonna be watching stream, but... Still. I'm pretty sure this just screwed him over really hard. And now Chibi's on the run, though. They can't bring him down. There is nothing, though. Oh.
Pelosin scouts everyone. He's ghost walked up. He CC's here. He's also going to be a Brewmaster in trouble. He's got Blink up if he wants to use it. They're going to dust as well now, but... Chibik's Blink. No Black Hole just yet. Mikasa, Miracle going to miss his Swarm as an arrow does catch out. A lot of damage out on the Shadow Demon. Doesn't look like they've... Okay, they got mech in 20 seconds, but no Urn charges or anything like that to heal him up, so... It looks like they're going to just TP back as Pelosin heads down towards the bottom lane.
Yeah,
Miracle's still just solo pushing though, yeah. Doing what he does best. Going pure damage output as well. He says, I don't need no Aegis, I'm going to just go straight into what I imagine is going to be an MKB. Against Brewmaster, MKB a fantastic item. Although Brewmaster hasn't actually leveled up Drunken Haze or any of these other spells at all. Oh, Shadow Demon. Some trouble here, there's a Blink Clap, and this will be the death of Freedom. He's going to go down. Chibix does have a Black Hole, but I don't know if he's going to find an opportunity to use this one. Prophet now just going to be pushed back a little bit.
Oh,
Starstorm misses. Oh man, that Starstorm missing made a big deal, and now Mikasa, they've got to come back and stop his split push.
Yeah, and he's so elusive. They don't have anything to stop him. They don't have a Bane. They don't have anything.
That's
why
he
isn't even used to go.
He didn't have to go Lincoln's or BKB just because of the heroes he's against.
Yeah, there's no hard lockdown.
Prophet needs to go like Orchid or like straight Orchid this game almost. It feels like after the Shadow Blade Orchid will be nice because you can Shadow Blade in and then silence him, but. I feel like that's really the only option for Orange Esports, is get some actual lockdown from Prophet to deal with Weaver.
Wow, look at him dropping though. So he's still a glass cannon, 850 HP, 10 armor, this is not too much. So if they actually find him, he's gonna be toast. And yeah, just as you mentioned, like a Shadow Blade into an Orchid, this is something Liquid's Koikwa does a lot. And I wouldn't mind seeing this, but still, it's Winter we're talking about, so maybe he likes to go not for a Shadow Blade, I mean not Shadow Blade, not for an Orchid, but rather for a Necrobook.
Yeah. I just don't see them able to split push that much. You're against Weaver, Nyx, who are going to scout you out and hunt you down. So, I mean, the Necrobook's good for the actual detection that you get for the Nyx and the Weaver, But they can get that from a gem, maybe. We'll see what that's going to be the plan here. I like the warding from Scythe. They've got the little sneaky little cliff ward here. Actually,
Yeah. It doesn't show though. It's with.
no, he misplaced it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
think-
exactly where the spot is. I think it may be further down. Okay, over here.
You need to put it way up here, like here.
Gotcha. So slightly misplaced, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I would like the ward if it was placed correctly. Let's say. Here we go. Orange Esports. They're actually smoked up. They're going to run right into Invoker, but does get the Tornado EMP off Ghostwalk as well. Sentry will get placed down, but it may be too late. Pelosi gets out of range. The AI Spot's going to go chasing after. Not going to actually find him. And Scythe are going to avoid everything. They're hiding in the trees. They're just
Stay in
completely...
the trees.
Pelosi's Ghostwalked up. Yasira's going to find him here, but he's got
so
no
strong.
detection.
Oh, Extreme.
gosh,
He's
freedom.
right in here. How can they not see?
Oh, the fire they go over.
Oh,
Defend. I don't think he saw freedom. He didn't scout freedom out. I don't know.
He wants a bait.
What just happened?
Yeah.
That was the most
Dude.
bizarre sequence of play I've seen in a long time.
I don't even know. Like sometimes
What?
it just.
On earth was that?
This is what you say in German. Da ist der Wurm drin. It just didn't work out. Oh man. That's ridiculously funny. Anyways, Pulse on his way to the side. So he's gonna be looking very strong. 24 minutes in. This may be like a 28 to 30 minute fight.
Speaking of very strong,
Oh,
Miracle.
hello.
Yeah, MKB. And this is the one item he does need. He wants to have Aegis on himself because he is fairly squishy. I like that he's carrying the gem because he's often the one who's going to be solo chasing down heroes who go invis, and the fact if he has a gem means he just gets he can actually get these solo kills that otherwise he may not find.
Yeah.
He says, "Freedom, you tank this Rosh for me, buddy. I'm not taking this."
He's absolutely nothing. He's a sniper. He's staying
Does
back.
he drop the Aquila here, I guess, or sell it?
You could.
Does he even take
Guess you
it?
just sell.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
He's thinking
Oh,
about
he's still
this.
not- Yeah, there you go.
Drops the Aquila. He'll pick that up in the career. I think that's the right way to play this. Having the gem on him rather than anyone else, I think he's the most valuable hero to have this gem on.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you could make an argument for Invoker or the Enigma, but still, Enigma wants to stay very far back there in order to get a very big black hole off, so... And also,
Weaver's
speaking of
Weaver's
black
just
hole,
killing people on his own. Like, he can hunt down the Nature's Prophet on his own. Moonlight Shadow's being used, like, when he goes chasing someone away, and the problem is, if he doesn't have detection, his team's often not with him.
Oh,
Nice arrow dodge. Orange is doing the best they can, which is just counter push these other lanes. 3k gold on Ysera, so we can pick up an item at some point soon, but it feels like they're just too far
Dire's
behind
top tower
Orange.
is under attack.
Yeah, they really need this Ember Spirit to get really big. And thing is, Scythe, even if they take it
Radiant's
late,
bottom tower
Orange still
is
have a
under
very good
attack.
lineup to actually
Dire's
just face
top
him late.
tower
But if
is
they're
under
going in the late
attack.
game with like a 20k
Dire's
death gold deficit, there is
structures
nothing
are
they can do.
fortified.
Absolutely
Radiant's
nothing.
bottom tower
Invoker,
has
way too
fallen.
strong in team fights. They've got an Enigma, they can't group up at all. And they've got a freaking Weaver.
Scythe's teamfight late game is... I feel like Scythe's late game just
Radiant's bottom
outshines
tower is
Orange's
under
massively.
attack.
You've got three big
Radiant
team fighters in
structures
Enigma,
are
Nyx,
fortified.
and Invoker. All these heroes, they're not late game
middle
carries, but they're
tower is
late
under
game
attack.
beasts because of their teamfight presence. And
Radiant's
then
bottom
you've got the
tower is
Weaver,
under
who's probably the
attack.
best team fighter, the best late game carry actually in this game. And combine that with the Shadow Demon, who also scales well to the late game.
They're great.
Again, where's the detection? Pelosi just invis up, gets away out, defensive disruption uses. I think Shadow Demon will go down here, but
very
Weaver's going to come in and just clean up. Sharky gets two-shotted. One Gemini attack finishes him off, then a time-lapse out. Mikasa even saves his Aegis. They trade the AA for the Shadow Demon. Mikasa was looking for the Brewmaster there, not going to get the kill. But he did force out a Primal Split. As he also
there's
does some
a big deal.
de-warding. And well, I like what Winter's doing, which is completely creep skipping here at the bottom lane. Also has the option to rotate top if he wants to pressure that as well. And it looks like he's not going for the Necrobook. He realizes they need lockdown and will be building a Scythe of Vice for the team.
That's a good call, though. Like, I feel like they need it bad. Because, just as you mentioned, like, Weaver, he got nothing to fear at all. He can just do whatever the hell he wants in the fights. And as long as there is, like, no damage item up on the Ember Spirit, and the Ember Spirit now just needs not only, like, a damage item, like a Battle Fury or, or Desolator, he also kind of needs the crit, just for this, like, lucky bounce there. So, he needs so much more, and this is something we see a lot from the Ember Spirits. When he's getting behind, I mean, yeah, he does a lot of damage, that's completely fine, but he doesn't, like, wreck shit so hard. Like, you know, you need a Battle Fury in order to kill down creep waves. It's hard.
So, Ysera often does go for that BKB build, so I think it may... I don't know, it doesn't help against the Weaver end of the day. Weaver is just tearing people apart. He insta-killed AA. One Gemini attack killed the AA from full HP. That was just brutal. And that's going to keep on happening. I wouldn't even be surprised if Miracle Ghost gets another glass cannon item, although maybe it's time for a BKB or a Lincoln Sphere, but we'll see. He'll see the Nature's Prophet building a Hex and may think, okay, he's got Hex coming, let's get a Lincoln's. But at the same time, maybe he's like, just Miracle with an Aegis, and this guy's just so cocky that he may just feel like he's fine. He's on top of the world right now, which is probably a pretty fair assessment.
It is. You could also just go hard and just tank everything there is, period. And now what's he going? Oh, he's going Manta. You called it. He's going Glass Cannon.
Well, this is like the neutral item. Like, I feel like this actually, it deals with a potential Orchid if Prophet went for it, because you can get out, although there is no Orchid coming. You can get out of like Searing Chains, you can dodge arrows with it. Like if you get somehow like locked in place by Searing Chains and you're about to be arrowed, you can Manta style out. So it's, I would say, like a quasi, it's half defensive, half offensive item.
Yeah, I feel like it's okay. And now there's a Battle Fury up on the Ember Spirit, and this is a big item. So yeah, maybe they can actually turn around now. But still, they're gonna have their work cut out for them. So how do you deal with Miracle?
I don't know. I don't know if there's an answer to that.
Look what this is doing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They'll move forward. He just time lapses out, and this is level 16, so that time lapse is a 40-second cooldown. It's very spammable. Not to mention, even if you do find him out, he has the Aegis anyway. So really smart play from Miracle. The Rat King himself. Meanwhile, his team pushing out the bottom lane. Enigma's almost got a BKB, so it's not just Miracle getting farmed and scary. Your Enigma's fat, your Invoker's fat. He's got a Scythe of Ice in just a second, so not just your Prophet with a Scythe of Ice. There'll be one on the Invoker after this creep wave.
Yeah. I don't know, like Chibi, he didn't have the flashy plays, he had the consistent plays. He was everywhere on the map, he's got 5 assists. Considering his team's got 7 kills, that's completely fine. Double back hole in the mid lane, and nothing after. But who cares? Like, his team is winning, so what's the big deal? And so far, it's really not the Enigma, it's the fear of the black hole. It's ridiculous.
Invoker picks up Scythe of Ice. Winter's still doing his best just to annoy... Well, he's actually in the enemy jungle. He's not even creep skipping right now. He's too afraid to do so. He doesn't see enough heroes on the map, I guess. But he'll quickly see Scythe now with numbers at bottom. This T3 tower already so low on HP. There's no glyph. T3 tower just straight goes down. Mikasa can time-lapse some of this damage if he wants to. Tornado EMP, this is going to prevent... Oh, Brewmaster doesn't get his ulti off. He does get the magic wand, though. The magic wand, he died.
Oh my god!
Raise your hands in the air time and time again, and he can't get off the primal split. Weaver does go down, but that was with Aegis just about to expire. So Mikasa happy with that one. The arrow not going to land. You need to time that with the respawn, although it's quite tricky to do so. Now we'll see a primal split coming out. Chibix is going to be the target. He goes on first. The dust being used there as well. Chibix needs to get out of this one. Forced up to the high ground. What a play coming out there. That was the Invoker force-staffing him up as now Ember Spirit going to go in the chase here. Gets tornadoed into the air. Nyx Assassin, meanwhile, taking a lot of damage. Mikasa gets one. He kills off the Mirana, and now it's going to be Nature's Prophet next. Insidious on the run, and I think Mikasa may just try and chase him down. Shadow Demon ends up killing off the Ember Spirit as well. That was on the high ground earlier on, so absolutely, it's just so ugly here. That was a buyback from the Brewmaster. 4 heroes dead, and they only lose Nyx Assassin, as well as an Aegis. But the Aegis was about to expire anyway, so they don't care.
Yeah, and now they're gonna lose Rags. I don't see them holding this at all.
Oh, arrow does land. Mikasa taking a bit of damage here. Insidious can't even clap. This Cold Snap is Brewmaster's least favorite friend. It's
to put it nicely.
It's such an evil spell for Brewmaster to have to deal with. Mikasa just time-lapse back, and, well, that's Rax's bottom. Looks like Scythe will be advancing in first place out of Group B, probably knocking out Orange Esports from the Inaugural.
What a game it has been so far. Well, they are treading one lane of Rax. They can still come back if Miracle, for some reason, just do some crazy stuff. But I don't see this, like...
He has not died all game long. Like, as crazy as his item builds looks, not going BKB, not going Lincolns, going pure, mostly glass cannon, he hasn't died. The way he's played has just been very smart, calculated and everything, not getting picked off. And look what Winter's just done. He plops down 3 offensive observer wards. Like, he can look to snipe a courier with this, but other than that, like, these offensive wards do not help you defend at all. I'm actually surprised he's used so many of these offensive wards, but I guess any little thing he can get, he'll take. And he's going to find a courier in just a second if he's patient. Courier will be coming his way.
They hold for now. That's the big deal.
Oh, okay.
So courier...
Just observer wards on the courier. That's like, no... Scythe are just going to look at that like, well, shrug. What do we care? We got Raxes.
Next guy back to base buys the courier, guys.
Yeah, they'll buy a few new... buy a new courier.
You can seriously just do that. So, Okay, I wanted to make a cool point early on, and I just completely forgot it because I was like, how? So those words, man, so interesting. No, seriously, the Nature's Prophet actually hits for a bit, but the big thing here is, like, even if they scythe up the Weaver, who's got nothing against this, they don't have the damage to just kill him instantly.
Well, that's where
Well, they
disruption.
didn't have
That's where the Shadow Demon's also a great late game hero, because disruption can save Weaver if he gets hexed, if he gets arrowed, any of these like initiation spells on him, preventing him from time lapsing. Weaver's Shadow Demon's there with a disruption to save his life, and so far, Freedom's been on point with those disruptions.
And the illusion actually hurt.
Oh yeah, that's also a good point. So, well, Miracle straight down the top lane. This tier 3 tower already very low on HP. So that's where they want to go. Top will be a bit easier to push than the mid lane because of that. It looks like they don't even care about this Roshan, which is respawning in the next minute or two. Looks like about 2 minutes away. So it could be any time now, but Scythe aren't even scouting it out. They just don't care about Rosh. They feel so confident they can push high ground, and I think Mikasa's about to pick up maybe a Reaver or something. No, he's going Perseverance, so this will be a late game Linken's. Late game Linken's is fine. Like, this is just to do with mostly the Hex from Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, that's okay. It's actually completely fine to do so.
What
Back
else,
in the day
what else
when,
cancels it? Like, you're not casting Cold Feet on this Weaver unless he's, like, diving
Nature's
you. Like,
Prophet ult.
yeah, that's true. That's probably your best bet. Like, casting Sprout, you don't want to be casting Sprout in a team fight. That's just like a second of cast time where you're getting screwed over. Sharky's not going to get a Cold Feet on him because he's a squishy support who has to stay as far back as possible to cast Ice Blast. Like, the only thing I see cancelling the Linken's is the Prophet Ultimate you mentioned. Otherwise, it's blocking a Hex.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. The only thing you worry about is the NP ult.
And Freedom has a Blink Dagger now, so in theory that means he can stand even further back and still be able to save Weaver if he gets initiated on.
So, question. Where the hell is the Shadow Demon Midas we saw from Extinct earlier?
Freedom doesn't have... well, he's gone for the Blink Dagger like that Extinct went for, but no Midas. Sad.
I guess that's a 4.
Definitely a 4.
Okay. Well, a bit of fun to be had there. Although
Roshan respawning soon. Scythe aren't actually scouting at Rosh, but I'm surprised they haven't... I mean, I guess they don't have their courier alive to just plop it at the Roshan pit. Miracle is going to get this... Oh, does? Arrow? Oh, hits an illusion. Wow. That's where the Manta Style can be a defensive item. If that arrow hits, I think he's dead. Yeah.
Yes.
He is dead if that arrow hits. That Manta Style saves his life. A bit of RNG coming into play, because sometimes you Manta and the arrow will still actually hit your hero, depending where your hero comes up and where your illusions come up.
Yeah, it is completely random, so you never know exactly. Well, taking the gamble, that is Miracle for you. And this just means top tier 3. I don't see them holding this at all.
Glyph is on cooldown for like another 10 seconds or so. Arrow will actually hit Chipix. We'll see if they look... Oh, Shock's thinking about engaging. Has a Desolator up. He's doing decent. He's actually... Yeah, he's hitting hard. Deso, Crystallis, Yasha. We talked about can Orange turn this one around, but... Oh no, Ysira. The Hex from the Invoker isolates him and he's got buyback.
He has to buy back now, though.
Miracle doesn't even care about the Mirana. He just focuses the tower. There's your buyback coming in. Then we've got BKB. Does he have a black hole? He's not going to find an opportunity to use it. He's trying to run forward, not going to... Just zoning people out. A zoning BKB being used. Mikasa gets hexed up, but he's Shikuchi'd already. The movement speed is there. He's just too damn freaking fast. There's your black hole. Chipix gets a few in this one. Shox barely manages to stay alive. Luckily for him, he did not have a buyback if he died, and I think Scythe to back off. Miracle out of HP is getting earned up. As Nyx Assassin now in some trouble. The Blink Clap is there. The Carapace actually stunning up the Brewmaster there. Brewmaster in some trouble now. Mikasa's being healed up by the Urns. He's going to go and gets one with the Nature's Prophet going down. Gets a second as well. Insidious takes a fall now. And there's your Impale. Catches Ysira. He's just pulled back. Arrow going to land on Quep. That'll be the death of Quep. Now your Weaver getting very low. Time lapses away. Still gets hit by the last right click. And now Tornado finds Mirana. Buyback from the Brewmaster. Blink. Clap. He goes in. He finishes off the Weaver. He wants some more. Is he going to get some more? It's a buyback from the Weaver. I don't think he's got a time-lapse to come back into this fight just yet. Insidious taking big damage here. There's a TP. I think that's a Boots of Travel from your Weaver, and with that, it's going to be GG, I think. There's no way for AA to defend this. It's going to be top Raxes. I don't think... Actually, buyback from Mirana. They're still in this. Mirana managed to get some money out of that team fight. Glyph getting used as well. Problem is, Miracle, unless you hit him with a big arrow here, is not going to be prevented from getting Raxes.
Yeah, he just dodged it. So this means Sharks... Oh, no, he has to run. Leaps away.
Yeah, he can't fight. Miracle's just too big.
Yeah, and he's got a time limit of 1 second.
He may just go chip at mid lane as well if he really wants to. Yeah, he's heading there. He'll probably get a few pot shots. Just takes out a sentry ward.
I mean,
Shikuchi.
Rosh is up. You might as well go for Rosh.
He'll get a few pot shots. I don't think he's thinking like, oh, maybe even gets the tower. Actually, the only thing he has to worry about is an arrow. So even if he doesn't get Raxes here, this is just
Radiant's
good
middle
permanent
tower is
damage, and it
under
looks like he
attack.
may even get Raxes. If he starts hitting this range Rax, it's a dead
Radiant's
Rax. He's
middle
going to go for the
tower
melee
has
instead, so he
fallen.
wants to commit to this one. Prophet coming back in a second. That means the Hex is now online. He breaks the Lincolns with the ultimate, and he's trying to TP in with a Hex, but Miracle knows this. As soon as his Lincolns breaks, he Shikuchis the hell out of there. They say screw Aegis too. Let's end this game. Let's go straight up the mid lane on the high ground. Have to be a little careful because Miracle does not have buyback.
Yeah, Chibi doesn't have an ult, but they just fought the whole game without an ultimate anyway, so that's completely fine.
Winter not having ulti is actually a big deal. That means they have no good way to break the Lincoln Sphere on Weaver because Lincoln's is already
Yep.
back up.
Drunken Haze works,
That's true.
and that's something we
yeah.
completely overlooked.
Yeah.
But yeah, still. I guess we're getting flamed. Yeah, there you go. Just
Nah,
glancing at
that's
chat,
alright.
like, Drunken Haze, dude. Game is hard.
At the same time, like, yeah, I guess you're not going to Drunken Haze him anyways with an MKB, so you may as well use it to break the Lincolns.
Yeah.
It's not like a useful spell to have actually cast on him. Well, he is going to be your Aegis, as Miracle finally is going to give a teammate a gem. He'll take the Aegis just to be on the safe side. And Orange, they knew what was going on. They really wanted to contest this. Unfortunately, they can't, but now they're here anyways. They say, look, let's just make a fight of it. Pelosi's going to be the one who gets jumped on. He gets defensively disruption. Nice play there from Freedom. Nature's Prophet goes through doing a ton of damage. That's a dead Nyx Assassin after the Slide of Fist. Ancient Apparition Ultimate may finish off Pelosi, and he dodges it just barely. Cheese on the ground now as well. Chipix picks that one up. Shadow Demon gets thrown up in the air, and Miracle just doing too much damage, it looks like. Pelosi managed to stay alive somehow throughout all of that. And Brewmaster, as soon as this split ends, could be in some trouble. Arrow hits Chipix. Shox is going to get this kill, it looks like. Enigma goes down. Unfortunately for Insidious, that's going to be the death of him. Tornado throws up through the air. I think I was looking for the Mirana here. Insidious just goes down. Definitely Blast. Knocking at the Ember Spirit. That's Mirana still alive. Weaver. He doesn't disjoint it with the leap. Ultra kill. Is that going to be a rampage? Give him the rampage, Asira. He comes back. He's mid lane. What? What? How does that chase him?
Radiant's middle
He
barracks are
flew
under
across the
attack.
river and back, and then the freaking auto attack somehow found him. Oh,
Dire victory.
Yeah, this is this weird interaction, if you like.
oh my god. He got 2 kills with like 2k range auto attacks. First the Mirana leapt away and died, and then the Ember Spirit fire spirited away and died to the auto attack. Like, what the hell?
What a game. It was a miracle show once again.
Yeah, that's what you come to expect when it comes to Scythe. At the same time, like, Miracle's the carry play, the one making plays, but all around, like, I think you look at this team and you say they've got a really solid overall team. Like, Hannah creates a lot of space in the offlane, Pelosin's a good mid player, and Scythe and Chibix, especially Scythe, they're always rock solid on that defensive support role. He plays that 5 position, like kind of how like someone like PPD does for EG. So defensive, keeping teammates alive so well. And Scythe, I think, are a scary SEA opponent. Like, I'm looking forward to the playoffs of the Inaugural because that Scythe versus Titan potential grand final. I don't know who takes that.
Yeah, that's actually like the 2 powerhouses of the CA that I've seen right now. I mean, Arrow is also high up there, but yeah, just as you mentioned, like Titan kind of got Arrow's number, so it might be Scythe versus Titan. This would
Well,
be
Arrow
big.
Gaming unfortunately didn't actually make. They lost to
Yeah, right.
Myth Trust in the play-in matches, so they're actually not in the tournament. So, well, they were in the play-in matches to start the tournament, but they didn't beat Myth Trust, so that meant they were instantly out of the tournament. So, we get Titan going through in first place in Group A, Scythe first place in Group B, Execration will be second, and then Group B second place undecided. Actually, I was saying this is the last group stage match. There's still one more group match between RRQ and Myth Trust in Group A. That match is going to decide second place for Group A to see who goes through. Winner of that match will advance in second place to verse Scythe in the playoffs. So that's I mean, you win, you got to verse Scythe, so that's a pretty tough opponent.
So you're like, hey, from one execution to the next one. That's hard.
Yeah. Well, a big thanks for joining me, Pimp. I think we finished at just the right time because a certain
I see a
best of
draft.
3 has just begun.
Yeah.
So
Looks
this is-
like a very solid draft so far. So I guess we're gonna head over and watch it on the SLTV stream.
Yeah, we're going to keep this short, guys. That's it from us. If you want to support myself as well as my co-caster, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and all that. I'm twitter.com/BTSGods, Facebook.com/BTSGods, and my co-caster, Pimp McCall. You can follow him, PIMPMUCKL, on Twitter. Do you have a Facebook as well, or is it just Twitter?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
So
Twitter
many
and
people
Facebook.
from CA asked me about Facebook, and I was
Gotcha.
like, dude, I don't have Facebook.
Yeah.
And then I made one, and suddenly like a few hundred likes. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, you got to do
know.
both, man. Especially for SEA Dota. Like, they're big on their Facebook, not so big on their
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah, certainly.
So we'll be bringing you guys more Dota from the inaugural over the coming days. The final group stage matches tomorrow, and then playoffs kick off on Monday. So the playoffs luckily will not be clashing with Starlighter, which means all of you guys can enjoy it without having to decide what the hell do I watch. But for now, guys, head on over to the Starlighter stream. DK versus EG is kicking off. Best of 3 to decide who's going through the grand finals. Thanks everyone for tuning in today to the inaugural. It's been a lot of fun. Big thanks as always for joining me, Pimp. Any last words from yourself?
No, good Dota. Thanks for having me. It was fun.
No problem. We'll see you as well as all you guys on the stream later. Be back tomorrow. See you all.
Bye.